today's Modern Parenting, we are talking about how to get the most out of your family time during the holidays.
It can look different for everyone, right? And from the packed living rooms to the packed schedules, the season can be really fun. It can also be stressful. So here with some tips is psychotherapist Niro Feliciano. She is also the author of the timely book, All is Calmish, How to Feel Less Frantic and More Festive During the Holidays. Niro, calmish feels like the perfect goal to set right now for all of us, because it can get really busy. Talk about how do we maximize the time that we have with our families?
Especially right now, calmish is a win. And I would say because we have such little time, one thing that I like to do is I ask everybody in the family, what makes the holiday memorable? What do you love? And then we make sure we pick at least one from each person so everyone feels like they experience some of it. One thing I want to remind people is keep it simple. When we think back on our own holidays, it was the simple things that really made a difference. What I say in the book is connection over perfection. If we go for that goal, it is going to work out.
I love that so much, especially because during the holidays, we're often seeing people we don't get to see that much, right? So any tips for both maximizing that time, but also maybe for the young ones that we're interacting with?
Yeah, especially for the young ones. And if we don't want them on devices the whole time, we have to give them some options. So again, ask that question and think of things for them. I love some family game nights, holiday movie nights, and PJs. Maybe we walk around a beautifully lit neighborhood, and kids love baking. So that's always a good one.
Yeah, at any age, probably. I was thinking of doing that with my college-age kids who are at home. What would you say for older kids who might be coming home after being away for a while, even like in their 20s or something, and coming home and visiting, you know, and it's sort of like awkward at first when they come back in the house?
Yes. So one thing now, I have a college kid who came home this Christmas. You want to work around their schedule because they have their plans already and you don't want to create tension right away. So ask them, what are your plans? What do you want to do? You can ask them the same question, what do you love around the holidays? And then you also want to make them aware of set family time. So we're going to do a movie night on Sunday, so plan around that. But when you validate their plans first, then at least they feel heard and they're open to your plans.
I love that so much, and many of us have family around the country, even around the world. My family's in Ghana right now, and I gotta confess, I had some holiday blues. I was like, they're there, I'm here. What can we do to still stay in touch? I was FaceTiming my grandma. That really helped. What else do you recommend?
It does, to see their face. And, you know, there was one good thing that came out of COVID, and that was the Zoom family call. And I know even back then, we would get a holiday recipe, whether it was like a mocktail or a cocktail, we'd all make it. And some great...
from your respective places?
Yes, from your different places. So you have that
Ah.
connection and continuity. And then some questions like, what's your favorite holiday memory? What do you love about this family? Or what's your favorite holiday tradition? Just to kind of break the ice. And the people who don't want to go, let them pass.
One year, my brother-in-law did this whole thing where he created a game that we all played, like a trivia game about our family that we all played on the Zoom. It was pretty nice, yeah. Even if we have family that's close by, it can be hard to manage that too, right? Because then maybe you're expected to be everywhere all at once with all of your local family. What are your tips on it, you know, making sure it doesn't become too much?
These are the boundaries that we have to set. And every holiday is different depending on where you are at that holiday. But I generally say if there's something that's going to make you feel exhausted, depleted, resentful, or that you're saying yes to out of obligation, there's probably a no that needs to happen there. And if we want to save our time and energy for the things that matter, we got to let go of the other ones.
Niro Feliciano keeping us calm and calmish. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There's much more news ahead.
You're watching NBC News Daily.